Hello, greetings, my friends. I wanted to wish you a wonderful Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. For yesterday, I rejoiced and thank God for this freedom, this financial freedom that came. But I'm really at the roadblock. It's a technical problem, and so maybe I rejoice over that a little bit early. I'm still grateful to God because I know He will provide all that I need and want, and so. But that may be a test, it may be an illusion. If it is a fraud, it is by far the best one I've seen. I haven't lost any money, I've just wasted time. But it is like a trap, it's like, and you wonder why God allows all the darkness, for God supports the darkness and the light. He always prioritizes on the light and the good, the true. But God provides, sustain all the illusions and all of that which is real as well. Otherwise, this life wouldn't exist. For it is only when we die that we really see, we realize that all of this was just an illusion. For people who died that do not come back, and they cannot come back and say, hey guys, really, that was an illusion. But they continue to exist in a higher planes. And so in any event, I know that what that which I've been asking for is welcome into manifestation but there is a great, we need to be able to decipher what which is real and what is illusion. Even if all is illusion, we want to move into a greater truth. And what usually it's about filtering things through our heart. If the heart creates a great opening, then it is true for us. If there is a tide, a knob we feel bad in our navel, it's like there is something that is not right for us. There is some lies or some deception, and but God, I wonder why it just kind of guided me through that to believe that all up until the point I find a roadblock that's like and break it. I cannot go beyond that. It's like it's completely gets incoherent. Eventually, the illusion dissolves. So we have to learn to decipher between truth and illusions. There are great revelations and disclosure and completion that is coming for each individual and for the collective. So be ready for great. Why? Because it is the divine time. It is a divine timing. When it is divine timing, things happen. It's natural. For the cause of human suffering does not come from humanity. They've been trying to make us guilty, a sense of guilt and the original sin and all those things. But it's a complete illusion created by the brothers of the dark. For the family of light. The family of light have been supporting this process from the higher planes. We want to let it all go and move into freedom. Everything is allowed by source to create this contrast, because all the darkness, all the dark forces are actually participating in the expansion of the universe, the expansion of consciousness. It is this contrast, because we learn so much from words, but it is truly our experience that teaches the most. Experiences are really where we gain wisdom, and we can really understand what is going on. For we seeing and experiencing all kinds of things that can be illusions as well as true. But many people, very soon, the core belief of most people that are living in this material world will be shaken to the core. They're going to have to rethink all their thoughts. They're going to have to rethink all their beliefs. They're going to be in really, really difficult situation. And so we need to complete our ascension, to be there in the center stage, in the centerness of our divine self, to bring assistance to them when it comes down to that, because what people are holding as their highest truth right now in the 3D is not real. So it is all those facts that they're holding as truth. So even in science is complete illusions, and the higher truth is going to come. Revelations are going to emerge, and so they won't have no choice but to reconsider all that. It is okay to take the lead, because it offers new perspective. It's just be yourself. It's okay to be inspired by the world, but do not forget your own light and your own truth. Everybody is just as important to the divine plan as everybody else. And so for all, in a sense, all is unreal, except the higher light, the revelation, the mystical understanding that we gain through our dreams and meditation and paradoxal sleep. For this is really what is the most real. Do not ever doubt whatever's been given to you by spirit in those receptive state and modes. I'm going to pull a few cards. I wanted to say, if you want a private session, do not hesitate to send me an email. I function by donations. And I want to thank you also for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, or if you want to make donation to support the channels, they're very welcome right now. For the past is patience. I will let you interpret that intuitively. The present is communication. And the future is equilibrium. Things are going to be brought into balance. What we're working on right now is humility. We want to stay humble. We want to stay simple. And the outcome will be apprentissage. It's a learning process. We're learning. We are being educated in the higher ways of ascended mastery. So we're going to be learning all kinds of important lessons we already have for the most part. And to understand that also the presence of God is what's the most real, and do not ever doubt that anything that comes to you from your intuition, from that is revealed to you by that feels good, that feels right for the soul can unfold illusions as well, just to eliminate them and to see how much can you believe in illusion. So it takes a while before we can truly decipher. Just follow your heart, be in no judgment, be humble, accept all the lessons, and learn to use all the tools that were given to you, and as well as practicing whatever gift the universe gave you. And so for everything, it's just a part of you, it's an extension of you. For we still have to learn to walk through the valley of the shadow, It's like in this world, it's very difficult to be one with life, and because there's so much discordance, so much untruth that is all around and in lower consciousness. So it's about becoming one with a higher self first, because that is pure, and so. We cannot go back to the old 3D life. It's too late because we're still physical. But and so we are in the fourth dimension, traversing all this valley of the shadows. We're going to merge into the higher light frequency of the upper fourth dimension. Eventually, we're going to emerge into this fifth dimension. But there is really no going back, and it's too late. The old life is gone. So. Our present self and our past self, they may be important, but they don't have the key of what is going on and how to complete the process, otherwise it would have been done. However, we can call on our future self to allow our future self, who already knows the completion process at whichever point. So we have many future self, and we have future self in 5 minutes, in 5 years, in 5 lifetimes. So to allow the proper higher self, the future self, to come in and complete the process for us. It will be far easier to trust that, to call on that, for there will be great strengths that will be unfolding from within us by addressing the pain, the sorrow, the illness. When we come out of that, we gain so much strength, and it's very important to realize that. And so there is a reason for it, for we cannot truly, already mentioned that, we cannot truly know the illusions of this world until we come out of it, is where we ascend, or we pass on to the next world. Another thing about the past may disturb us as long as we do not understand the lessons of those things. As soon as we draw a lesson from a past experience, the karma is being discharged because the lesson is understood. There is a lesson in all those past experiences. And the message is really to stay calm and to stay on the middle path, in this central path that is between good and evil. That's not on the one side or the other. It's between, and you have to flow in between. For not everybody will be able to recognize God, to accept God. But among those who will be, for this will be this new spiritual force are going to start to manifest, and very soon, even scientifically, we're going to not be able to deny eternal life. Yet a lot of people are not ready willing and able to accept God within themselves. They will continue to seek God outside of themselves, which is okay because God is everywhere. It's their way. Yet the highest truth will be in realizing God within ourselves. Because we've been working out against wind and currents and tides, so it's been a really, really difficult. But we'll be happy that everything we'll be happy that we at the end that we've been through all that. For we're the strongest soul, we're the most courageous soul. Otherwise, we would have not been sent in this time to be light workers. Although sometimes it is difficult. We're faced with great challenges. The highest wisdom for us today is, may the truth be. What we need to understand is trust. What we need to do is peace. Makes a lot of sense. And the outcome of that is solid foundations. Everything is building up to create this very, very solid foundation. And so it's good. Eventually, we're going to be able to be uncheckable, and those things we are being sculpted every day when you act from the heart. And for the inner light, the inner light, God has commanded the inner light to guide us all the way out of the tunnel, out of the illusions. For the outside world cannot truly reflect this inner light. Do not expect the world to be all of a sudden perfectly in respect, in fully appreciation and reflection of your inner self. For the outer world is being purified and cleansed, and so just rely on your inner self a lot more. For the answers will come from within. The answers are within. There is no, we cannot depend on some galactics or government or groups or one person that will change. For when there is when something happens on that change things that applies to collective, is because the connection is already made inside. It is just the timing that makes it possible. And so for everything that is outside has to already be that also be inside. For Immanuel Kant talked about that in his the critic of the pure reason, already in 18th century. The idea is that everything is given through the intuition, and the intuition just project it into into a form that the mind can comprehend. And anything we see, in order for us to see it, to understand it, it is processed inside of us. Everything happens inside of us. So everything that happens outside, no matter how grandiose the universe is also happening inside. Yet there are things that we can only find inside. Inside, there's so much more inside than outside. And so we can start to imagine that our inner self, our little minuscule physical body in relationship to the grandness of the universe, is greater than the whole universe of form. For there is all the forms, but there is all of the energies as well. So do not do what you can to seek that inside, to seek that connection inside. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm gonna sing a song and finish with one more card. It's a song that talks about in the cold of winter we seek the warm sun of California. I'm eager to return to California, for Los Angeles. And it goes like this. All the leaves are brown, the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk, on a winter's day, on a winter's day. I'll be safe and warm, if I was in LA, if I was in LA. California dream, on such a winter's day. I stepped into a church, I passed along the way. Whoa, I got down on my knees, and I pretend to pray, You know the preacher likes the cold, He knows I'm gonna stay, California dream, on such a winter's day. So already be prepared for miracles each and every day. There is always possibility of miracles, and sometimes we are led through illusions in order to test us. There are traps. There's all kinds of traps, but it's all a game. Do not be worried. Just be aware. Be wise. Be lucid. Just be kind. Also be kind always, no matter what is coming. If you remain calm and kind, everything. It's much easier to deal with all that. So the card of the day is the Great Wheel of Fortune. It is Azrael. No, Jeremiel. Archangel Jeremiel is like in levitation over this wheel, and he says a new beginning. You're arriving at an ending. It is the end of a cycle, a change of direction to access happiness. So there is certain things that we can just let go or just do, whatever, little things we can do within that allows us to find new freedom, new power, new strength, new enjoy, and be ready for all that which you've been asking for. I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful Sunday, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.